The emergence of the Internet dates back to the 60s. That is, when the Pentagon to carry out research projects to build a strong network based on a plan called ARPA, whose purpose was to strengthen defense functions, implemented this plan. At that time, there was no such thing as a personal computer, and there were only large organizations, universities and government centers that used large computer systems called mainframe, each of which stored certain information and, if needed, they established a connection and transferred information to each other, or, if a suitable platform was created, they shared the information. At the same time, systems were created that provided the possibility of communication between the computers of an organization, so that the computers in different departments or floors exchanged information with each other, and it was possible to send letters between different departments of the organization. This is what today is called an email system. But to establish a connection between these small and scattered networks, each of which worked in their own ways and based on their own standards, new and specific standards were established by experts, which are protocols. Finally, in 1961, 4 computers in 2 different states successfully communicated, and with the addition of the word net to the initial plan, the name ARPANET was meant for it. In the 1970s, with the definition of newer protocols, such as TCP, which is still popular today, as well as the participation of more host computers in ARPANET and even its expansion to some areas beyond the borders of the United States, ARPANET became more popular, and the idea of mobile Internet it was discussed in more detail about computer networks until during the last years of the 1970s. Different networks decided to communicate with each other as a network and chose ARPANET as the main core. Later, in 1993, the name of the Internet was given to this large network. The Web, or WWW, which stands for World Wide Web, was invented by the European Particle Physics Laboratory CERN because of their need to access information on the Internet more regularly and easily. In this method, the information is placed on the Internet in the form of page documents and can be viewed by a web browser, and now has many functions. Often in everyday conversations, the 2 words web and Internet are used incorrectly, without much distinction, but these 2 words have different meanings. The Internet is a global communication system for data, software and hardware infrastructure that connects computers around the world. On the other hand, the web is one of the services that is provided on the Internet and uses the Internet network for communication. The web is a collection of interconnected articles that are linked to each other with the help of hyperlinks and web addresses. The Internet includes other services such as email, file transfer, newsgroups, and online gaming. The aforementioned services are also available on independent networks separate from the Internet. The Internet is placed as a layer on top of the web, and there is a higher level than it. The most visited websites in each country will require certain technical infrastructures to maintain the uniformity of the user experience. And the absence of some infrastructures or the demand for some services will reduce the existence of some Internet infrastructures.